guys, welcome back to DT. Again, we're just going to do something pretty simple, I guess. The technique's a little bit more difficult than what we did with the bread last time, but we're going to get into banana bread. So I had these bananas in my freezer. I had no idea really what to do with them, so I just froze them down. Good idea if they start going brown really quickly, you don't really want to use them. Put them in a bag, whack them in the freezer, and they just slide straight out of the skins. Great use for these, super sweet, really good for basic cakes or slices, etc. Banana cakes, whatever you like. So what we're going to go through the ingredients we have first, and then we're going to put it all together. Pretty quick process if you have the mise en place, where we say in cooking terms is preparation, you're basically all ready. So what I have in here is 6 large whole bananas. I have 240 grams of melted unsalted butter, 2 cups of wholemeal, 2 cups of plain flour, 1 cup of white and 1 cup of brown sugar, 4 medium-sized eggs, I have a teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of nutmeg, 3 teaspoons of cinnamon, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of bicarb soda or baking soda, 3 teaspoons of vanilla, 1 cup of buttermilk, and basically make sure we have like 2 teaspoons of lemon juice as well. That's fairly well what we have for ingredients wise. It's honestly, it's just like putting dry ingredients into the bowl. We'll combine that all, wet ingredients to get blended together, whack it in, fold it through straight to the tins. So very important, what we need is this recipe will make you 3 bread loaf tins. Same as the tin I use for the bread. So we're going to line these first with paper. So what I'm going to do is get oil. I'm just going to spray the bottoms. Seriously, you do it in anything you like. If you have like a brown stainless steel bowl, you want to make a cake or something, or put it into a cake form. Cooking temperature is 120 for about 40 minutes. So it's a slow, long procedure in cooking. We just want to keep the moisture in as well, and just keep it nice and moist and delicious. Some baking paper I have here. So my trick is not to, we don't want to cover the entire sides with baking paper. What I want to do is have enough to lever it out, so enough for leverage. So I'm going to just measure the width of it with baking paper, and all I'm going to do is just lay it in, making sure that I have some edges on it, just like that. So honestly, when it's cooked, all we're going to do is just lift them out, put them onto the cooling racks, and that's ready to go. So this will be your first thing that you are going to do. A little bit too much, don't rip it. You can always go back. It's a good example of what you can do. Bring it back slightly. Rip it, put it in the tin. It's better too short than too long, because then all the crinkles will get caught into the bread when it cooks and it's hard to get out. You can sometimes rip it and stuff. That's just my experience with it. I used to make 4 or 5 loaves a day. That's what I sold at the cafe. So baking banana bread every day is quite an adventure, but really quick and easy to do. It's just the length of cooking, to be honest, it's the hard part. So, tins are lined, put it to the side. What we're going to do first is put our flours in, a spice mix will go in, salt. So guys, a bit of a glare coming, it's getting late in the day. What we need also is a sieve. So basically for the baking powder and the baking soda, we're just going to put it through the sieve. You can actually mix this in with the plain flour if you like as well. Not so much the wholemeal you won't get much from it. You could even zest the lemons if you would like to put into this, if you don't want any waste. To be quite honest, it's definitely a possibility. So yeah, all I'm going to do is just combine all this, whisk it together so it's all combined. Then I'm going to get to the interesting part. So we have to be really careful with this as well. So when we do combine it, we want to be really quick into the oven as well. So the acid of the lemon will actually react with the bicarb soda, which actually gives it its lift a lot. So acid, bicarb, lift is honestly what we're after. So as soon as it's done, it's mixed into the tins. Don't play around, don't squash it, don't make it flat. Really rustic, it'll do its job in the oven. So it will go flat, it will come up perfect. So within 5 minutes, hopefully into the oven, be perfect. I'm just going to add all my wet ingredients again. So my 3 teaspoons of vanilla, my cup of buttermilk, my eggs. So always crack your eggs on a flat surface. The whole reason why for that, if you crack it onto an edge, you can actually get eggshells in the egg itself. Crack on a flat surface, it will crack flat, and then you can just open it up yourself, and the chance of you having eggshells actually in your eggs and having to remove that is very minimal. So I always prefer to physically do that. So I put my sugar into the wet mix basically, just so I can break it down as well into the mix. My lemons, so I'm just going to give it a quick turn, a quick squeeze. Doing this actually breaks all the pockets in the lemon, and you'll get more juice from one lemon doing this. And if you can get these, they're like $4 or $5 at Kmart. Coles Woolies have them as well. You get the $10 ones, which I find a little bit better, but these are really good for squeezing lemons instead of doing it by hand. It just makes things so much simpler. So we get about 2 teaspoons easy lemon juice into that as well. The only thing I'm not going to add into this is the butter, because some of the ingredients could be cold and the butter will solidify and go hard, which will make it really bad into the bread. So I'm going to add that to the last minute. Any leftover spills I have. And then we get down to business. So I have a stab mixer. You can do this in a blender. You could try to whisk it together if you need to, if you really wanted to. Whatever you need to get it done, I'd probably do it. If you can't, if you think you can't do it, just the best do. Just have fun with it basically. The whole reason of cooking is to have a bit of fun, and if we're going to be locked up inside for a while, then you might as well have a bit of fun doing it. So I'm just going to blend this all together to a smooth paste. It's basically combined. There's not a huge amount of lumps in it as well. You can smash the bananas with the fork and just mix everything else through. It's fine to have lumps in it, has some texture to it, which is what I was wanting to say before. Here comes the interesting part. So I'm going to add my butter to this mix, and I'm going to add my banana mix. Now before I combine anything, what I want to do is lay down all my tins. I'm going to give it another spray, especially the edges that are not covered. Just remember, you can go through them with a knife as well to get it out. I've never really had trouble with it, so that's all done. Technique is to fold, not to mix, not to be very vigorous. We're just going to fold over until it all comes together and combines. Just really gently. If you have a few air bubbles or a few flour pockets in it, that's fine. It should come out, as they call it in the wash here in Australia. As long as they're not like massive like flour particles, it should be fine. It will come together, but just mix it until you feel you have a smooth dough. You batter more. The dough is a bit more tougher, isn't it? Awesome. So I think it's good. There will be a few pockets of flour. If you really don't like that, you can always grab a whisk and just go through with it really quickly with a folding technique to still incorporate the air. Just flick it up and keep turning your bowl, and that should hopefully do it. So, sort the way. Then we go into equal portions. So, bowl, ready to go. It's about halfway up. So I've got my 3 tins. It's about half full. One might have a little bit more than the other. That's fine. But honestly, from this now, try to get it to the oven ASAP. So straight into the oven, it will do its thing. The eggs will help as well with a bit of a rising agent. Yeah, have fun. I'll see you when it's cooked. Cheers. Hey guys, welcome back. Yeah, well, here we go. Is the master piece de resistance, so banana bread. So this took an hour and 20 minutes to cook at 120 for the first 40 minutes, and it's still quite soft in the center. So I've upped the temperature to 160, and I did another half an hour for that. So normally I have issues with burning, but this time I didn't, so it was actually perfect color all the way around. So ready, really hot. I'm going to cut it while it's hot. Normally just let it sit in the tin. So it's been sitting in the tin for about 20 minutes. I normally put it onto a rack, let it completely cool before we slice it. Sorry, I'll get this out of the way, sun's in my eyes. But the whole reason for the overlaps of the baking paper is this the best example. So all I have to do is just lift, put onto my board, really easy, non-stick. So nothing's on the edge, it just comes straight off, and honestly it's just turn it over, wrap it through. This is burning hot as well, but I will cut off the end anyway so you can see inside. As you can see guys, super soft, super moist, perfect. Just let it cool down before you snack into it. If you do the same recipe, you'll get 3 loaf tins. It freezes really, really well as well. Just wrap it really, really nicely. Make sure you date it for the date that you've baked it, and then whack it in the freezer. Alright guys, that's banana bread. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I'll figure it out as it comes along. But probably stay safe. If you can stay at home, that'd be great as well. Just try not to spread this virus. Just get it over and done with as fast as you can. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next time. Cheers.